Hey up, guys. I've not been putting this video off. I'm really confident that my predictions were good. I'm going to look for my Championship, League 1 and League 2 predictions from before the transfer window closed. Let's put that one in there nice and early. And see how many I got right, but also how many I got really, really wrong. So Championship first, I had Plymouth last, then Blackburn and Derby. God, it's such a bad start. I mean, I got Plymouth right, but everybody got Plymouth right, didn't they? So that's not that impressive. The Derby one I weren't a million miles off. And I stand by the fact that if Eustace wouldn't have gone in there, they'd have definitely got relegated. So it's only because Eustace went there that they stayed up. So I'm not that bothered about that one. The Blackburn one absolutely honks. Again, massively underestimated Eustace, really. And also the Smodics leaving aspect and all that. Regardless, whatever. Blackburn, yeah, I got majorly wrong, Blackburn, fair enough. But the other two, I got Plymouth right and Derby, I weren't a million miles off. It's going to get worse. Who did I have marginally staying up then? Portsmouth to just narrowly stay up. Same as Portsmouth, nice. Oxford, nice. I put more in here, but I've also got Hull. Hull, nice. First three that I want to speak about. And I do. This guy knows his shit. Portsmouth, yeah, I'm a couple places out, but at the end of the day, Portsmouth staying up, so happy days. Oxford, the majority of people had Oxford to go down. I will not hear anything else. The majority of people had Oxford to get relegated. So I'm having a win there. And Hull, previous season, finished 7th, so I had them dropping about 10 places. Again, not a load of people had that. I'm happy with that. I'm gassed. What else did I have in here? Another team I've got in here. Tell me. And Sheffield United. I have got Sheffield United. Down for Premier League next year, Cal, no? Potentially #1 Hall of Fame stinker. That is bad. Can I listen to his logic? Does this guy tell me his logic? Which might seem crazy. Oh, shut up. I just can't do it. Callum has a good signing. I'll give him that one. And Harrison Burrows, if they get him as well, at the time of recording, it's not done yet. If they get him as well, good signings. Oh, they actually had the signings in already. Let's move on. Let's move on, shall we? That's so bad. I underestimated Wilder. He does so much better without money than he does with it. And I stand by that as well. The rebuild they did in League 1 years ago when they got promoted were with little to no money. They spent a little bit for League 1 in fairness, but they weren't making huge signings. The January that Sheffield United had, they spent big money on certain players and they've all turned out shit. So he's better when he's got little to work with. The Cooper signing were massive. The Burrows signing were. Kiefer Moore didn't do all really, so we're all right there. And Campbell surprised a lot of people. But I still got it wrong. All right, my hands are up. I've accepted it all year. I said they'll go up, by the way, for like the last 6 months, but still, I'll take it. Also, today's video is sponsored by Match Bingo. I had to go in for Bristol City, Sheffield United. It gives you free lines and it gives you like throw-ins, corners, stuff like that, minutes to be scored in, all these sort of things. If you're first to get a line, you win. It's football and bingo mashed together. There's a code there and a link at the top of the description. If you deposit a £5, you get a tenner for free. So it's just free money to have a go on one at Premier League games, really, or Championship playoffs. But thank you as always to Match Bingo for sponsoring this video, and we'll get on with it. What else did I have in around here? Regardless. But to finish off the fodder, I've got Swansea, a bit higher, and Watford. Two teams that just not a million miles off both mid-table sides that's done now, but they're still a bit too low there. And I'm also looking at Cardiff and Luton that haven't been put on here yet. Oh god, it's getting worse. I'm shit. I'm actually just crap. Cardiff just. What have I got? What position have I got Cardiff there? I had Cardiff in 15th and they finished last. Right, okay. Preston 14th and they stayed up on last day. Bristol City, to be fair, Bristol City and Preston, they'll resume normal service from next season anyway, because Bristol City are definitely going to lose away at Sheffield United in the second leg. So that's fine. QPR I'm happy with. And I'm mainly thinking long term here, because Bristol City and Preston definitely mid-table next year. And Cardiff will probably be like mid-table in League 1 anyway, because I think they're in hot shit. Yeah, not bad, Cal, honestly, not bad at all. Right, Stoke are much lower than that. Sunderland are much higher than that. Sunderland did start making some big signings in January. I will put that one on Lafay. Big, you know what I mean? Probably it. I'm just making excuses. No, that's another stinker. The Sunderland one is another stinker. I can't lie. So is the Stoke one, to be fair. They're a lot lower than that naturally. Well, like 5, 6, 7, 8 places lower than that. But Sunderland do have a young squad, and a foreign manager coming into this league for the first time. At the end of the day, right, when we strip it all back, I said that Sunderland won't go up. Realistically, I'm right. With all these, apart from Cardiff, I'm right. Well, I'm not, actually. With most of these, I'm right. Just not got enough. Millwall. That's absolutely perfect. Bang on. Well done, Callum. Norwich. Okay, again, that's fair enough. Probably a little bit lower. They did underperform massively, and if Sargent wouldn't have been injured, you can't predict these things. I know, like a spaceman with my headset on, but you can't predict Sargent getting injured for as long as he did. And if he wouldn't have been injured, they'd have finished there. So I'm taking that as a win, personally. And then Wendy boys. Happy days. Again, they're not good enough. It does say that they're just not good enough, which they're not, so I'm happy there. I do think they've underperformed a little bit. And maybe Roll in general has underperformed a little bit as well, because I do expect more from him. Even though the squad's horrendous, what Wednesday have got. And Ugbo's come in and scored. Naughton is on 30 grand a week. And obviously next season I'm going to put Wednesday in League One. So I might get that one right as well. But I'll take them three. Honestly, I'm not that fussed with them three. Especially the Millwall one. That's a good call. So who did I have in playoffs then? I've got Burnley, Middlesbrough, and West Brom. Right, West Brom underachieved. Let's get that one out there right now. West Brom definitely underachieved. Middlesbrough, I can't believe Middlesbrough is still paying that bloke a wage. He should not be there anymore. He has failed massively with that squad, Carrick has, and I will not hear any different. Burnley, I underrated a little bit. It was mainly the Scott Parker thing, I remember, and I think I'm going to talk about it here. But I definitely thought it was the Scott Parker thing that'd keep him not with top two, really. If they'd have got an actual half-decent gaffer, if they'd have gone for someone like Danny Rowell, if they'd have gone for Cifuentes at QPR, I'd have backed him to get top two. Because the squad's definitely one of the two best squads. 100, bro, 100%. Scott Parker's shit, man. Oh, shut up. So true, though. Top two squad. Got that one right. Any points for that one? Like the video, thank you. Yeah, that stinks now. I'm not a million miles off. Like, I'm only, 5, 4, 3, 2. I'm only 4 positions out with Burnley. So I'm not a million miles away. With a lot of these sides, they're all in this sort of... Oh, no, they're not. These two aren't. Millwall, Burnley, Middlesbrough, Albion are all like top 8, 9 anyway. I think. So, again, that's not too bad. There's something down there, though, that's looking at me a little bit funny. Coventry will finish 3rd. Leeds 2nd. Luton to win league. Right, let's address the glaringly obvious first, right? Before anything else, let's address the very glaring obvious thing that I've got wrong here. I had Coventry to get into playoffs and no one else did. That is a Hall of Fame shout, personally. And I even said it when Coventry went bottom 3 in like November, whatever it were. I made a video separate to it saying that I still thought they'd get in and they have done. So, pat up back for me and we'll ignore everything else. Anyway, moving on. No, I had Leeds top 2, which again, I'm alright with. I think everybody had Leeds top 2 really, though. That, though, wow. You know what? I either get it effectively bang on or so far away it hurts, like a little bit. There's only a couple in here that are marginally off. They're either more or less on money or you are watching wrong sport. I think a lot of people expected Luton to do well. Most of the people that I know thought the Luton to do well, before the season started. They definitely did. It were effectively the same group of players that got promoted first time. A little bit less experience, though, with some players that had lost, and they brought in a lot of kids, which were wrong. So definitely some time left in window. Look, it's on July 31st, so it would... transfer window open, but there were a lot more to come with the transfers, and I thought the Luton had spent more money than they did. Because they effectively spent, they had like a £7 million net spend, it was shit. They lost Barkley, didn't they? And they didn't recruit properly until January, realistically, and then it was too late. So, yeah, I got the Luton one horrendously bad. But Leeds, let me check. I think I say something. I don't actually think that. I think it'll be like that. I think Leeds will win league, but I just can't get behind that. That's fair enough as well. So, for my own sanity, I'll put him second. Bro, completely agree with you. My integrity's on the line. I don't care. Yeah, I'm biased. Tell him. Yeah. Let him know. Obviously, I'm biased. 100, bro. Yeah, I agree with this guy. So I actually got Leeds bang on, if we're being serious. But if I look at it properly, right, and I'll have like a little table at end to see how many I got right and how many places I were out in total on some of them. The Sheffield United one is absolutely right. There's more than that. Blackburn stinks. Sheffield United stinks. Bristol City stinks. Sunderland, I'm only actually 5 places out, so I'm not going to accept that one. And Luton stinks. They're big stinkers. 4 huge stinkers. But I'm going to also count major wins here. Plymouth's a win. Oxford's definitely a win. So is Hull. That's 3 big wins there, definitely. Millwall, I effectively got bang up money, so I'm going to accept that one as well. Coventry, I got it playoffs, which a lot of people didn't, and I backed them all year. And Leeds, I'd win it league. Regardless of what this picture said, Leeds, I'd win it league. So I'm actually 2 to positive there. I'm not even giving myself like little wins, like Burnley, for example, which got in there, or Portsmouth. I'm going to accept a positive 2 goal difference on my championship predictions. Thank you very much. I'm 2-0 up early doors. Thank you. Such a bad rep I get, and I'm actually like insanely knowledgeable. Right, this... Okay, someone could start having it. This is when I upgraded my PC as well, so the quality's a bit better now. So going down, Crawley, Cambridge, Shrewsbury and Stevenage. Again, happy days. I got 3 of these right. That's mint. Like, are you having me on? I thought Stevenage would struggle after Big Fat Pie Man left him to go to Rotherham, who's now been sat there as well. But I thought they'd struggle, which they inevitably didn't. I also thought that because Wrexham and Stockport were coming up and they do quite well, I also had Mansfield staying up. So I had Stockport and Wrexham doing up quite well. So there were certain teams that had been in this league for a while that were going to struggle. And not a lot of people had Shrewsbury going down. I know they didn't, because they made a video on Twitter, I think, and there were like 4 or 5 of us that were in it that said it, but not a lot of people did. But I've got 3 at 4 relegated sides. I'm the man. Who did I have narrowly staying up? Exeter and Northampton. Well, Northampton's 1 place out, so again, effectively bang on. Exeter finished 16th. They finished 10 points in front of bottom 4, but they're still in and around that clan. I'm happy. I'm honestly, I think you'll do well to find a better start than this, but it is going to get a lot worse. Get ready. For the teams, Mansfield. Yeah, I mean, Mansfield's, I'm 1 place out on Mansfield again. That's a big win. I'm going to ignore Leyton Orient for a second. Burton staying up again. I'm happy with that one. Leyton Orient honks, I will admit it. But so far, out of 9 teams, I've got 3 bang on, 3 effectively bang on, and 2 that smell a little bit. But still, I'm very, very happy with this start. Leyton Orient, obviously I didn't know a load about Charlie Kelman or Donnelly before they came to Leyton Orient. They've hit ground running since they've come here, and they're now very good League One Championship players, definitely. But nobody knew that realistically when they come in. So, I still had them staying up. Like, guys, no. I know there's something smelly coming, though, because I can remember what I had next. Big sides, let's have a look. Here, you've got some decent teams that are getting so true, mate. Get on with it. Then, to finish off this set of lads here in boring mid-tablers, I've got Reading. Hell yeah. In 15th. Nice. There's another one, it's worse. Wickham in 14th. I don't like doing that to Wickham. Wait, hold on. Could have a really good season. I feel a bit harsh on them. But Reading first. Little bit of paying homage there to Wickham, so I think I'll take that as a little win, actually. Reading, they're an absolute circus behind closed doors, weren't they, for an entire season. So they've massively exceeded everyone's expectations. Wickham, like I said, like the pretty boy said on screen, he thought they could maybe have a good season, which they did. I don't think anybody saw him having that good a season. But yeah, them 2 stink. All right, I'll admit it. We'll move on. Fine, I'll have it. Bristol Rovers, Wrexham, get in there, and Lincoln in 10th. They're my... Oh my God. I mean, one off with Lincoln, guys. Oh, God. I mean, realistically, I had Stockport finishing 13th, and I had Wrexham top half. These are 2 League 2 teams that have come up. I know it smells. I know, and I'm admitting that it's horrendous. But still, especially Stockport, I can understand it with Wrexham because of finance side, but everyone understands that more as it's gone on. Did anyone truly think Stockport would get playoffs? Truly. Because I don't think anyone really did. So yeah, I'm miles off. But context included, I don't think it's that bad. As a comparison to everyone else that probably did this, I don't think I'm a million miles off there. The Bristol Rovers one, however, smelly. Oh God, it's about to get worse. Here we go. We've got our top 9. Barnsley, Birmingham, Blackpool, Bolton, Charlton, Huddersfield, Peterborough, Rotherham and Wigan. We have got our Jesus 9. Lord. We've got some serious fellas here. They're either going to be in playoffs or proper fight for it. No. Peterborough. It's Peterborough. Peterborough in nav. Ronnie Edwards. Peterborough in nav. Where did Peterborough finish? 18th. Okay, right, that one stinks. Who do we have in 8th? Blackpool, who I think will finish at 8th. Blackpool finished 9th. That's a good one. That's a win there. We'll take a win. Thank you very much. Charlton missing out in 7th. Again, I'm not a million miles off. They might go up, Charlton, realistically. But I'm only 3 positions off. I'm taking that as a win again. All right, I can't take it as a win, can I? Because they're not actually in playoffs. I'm going to be very harsh on myself and not give myself a point there. But still, that's a decent prediction, that. So my playoff sides are all wrong. Rotherham. The second one is Huddersfield. The third one is Wigan. And I'll come to the 4th one in a minute. Let me just rearrange this. I've got Rotherham in 6th, Wigan 5th, and Huddersfield 3rd. They are 3 of my 4. Oh. So I had Rotherham to get to top 6. I will gaslit into that, by the way, but it stinks. I had Wigan to finish 5th, who finished 15th, so 10 places out again. Another stinker, and Huddersfield ended up finishing in 10th. So all 3 of them are terrible. Like, beyond shit. It's literally about to get worse. Look at the 3 teams at the bottom. It's going to get worse. Okay. So we'll just put them there. Easy. But, well, I know what's coming. There we go. I will put Barnsley in 2nd and I will put Bolton 3rd. No, stop me. Bolton, I haven't really done anything yet. Oh! Look at the transfers. You've got to ruin it. You've got to go and ruin it. So Birmingham to win league. That were like a given anyway, but that's nailed on. Ding. Oh, Barnsley 2nd. The 5 positions below Birmingham, none of them even finished top 6. Barnsley, Huddersfield, Wigan, Rotherham and Bolton, not one of them finished in top 6. This smells. It smells alright. So if I'm taking points again, We'll get rid of stinkers first. Stevenage Eye going down and they finish like comfortably mid-table. So that one smells. Leyton Orient definitely smells. Reading and Wickham both smell. This is really harsh if I give myself a... I'll do it. Stockport smells. Bristol Rovers smells. Wrexham smells. Peterborough smells. Rotherham smells. Wigan smells. Huddersfield smells. Bolton smells. And Barnsley smells. In League One, I've had 13 stinkers. Wow. But at the same time, let's get us win category up. Crawley, Cambridge, Shrewsbury, bang on. Northampton, effectively bang on. Mansfield, effectively bang on. Good start. I'm not going to... Do I give myself extra? I'm not going to. I'm going to be quite tight on myself. I'm giving myself Burton, though. I'll accept Burton. Lincoln's one place off being out. Blackpool is one place off being out. I'm not going to give myself Charlton. Even though I want to, and I realistically should, but I'm not going to. And then Birmingham, like I said, the win league, so that were an easy one as well. So I've took a -4 in League One, which puts me in total at -2 going into League Two. Oh, God. Right, League Two, I had Morecambe and Newport finishing at bottom 2. Morecambe did go down last, and Newport finished 3rd bottom. Again, I can't really give myself a win for Newport one, can I? Because I said to go down, even though I finished... They're only 2 places away from what I said. I didn't actually get it right, so I can't give myself it. But Morecambe, I got back on. Staying up marginally, Accrington, Stanley, yep. And then Cheltenham finished about 6 places higher than this. But again, I'm taking 2 wins. I'm not even accepting like a loss there. I'm taking 2 points there straight away. In fodder, I had Swindon, who were there for the majority of the season until Ian Ellaway come in. I might give myself a stinker for that one, because I'm like 7 places out there. I'll give myself a stinker, that's fine. Harrogate, I'm immediately giving myself a point because they were 1 place off. Bromley, I'm like 5 out, so I'm not giving myself one there. Barrow, I got 1 place off again. Crewe, I got a couple places off. Grimsby does smell a little bit. But again, so far, I'm genuinely quite happy with this. Honestly, this looks quite good to start with. Mid-table Yawnfest, Fleetwood, bang on. Ding. Colchester, 4 positions out. I'm alright with that. Walsall smells, fair enough. Walsall does smell. And Tranmere smells as well. I expected a lot more from Tranmere. Like, I still thought they'd be mid-table and not doing up really, but they finished 20th Tranmere, so that one stinks, and Walsall stinks. But again, apart from them 2 so far, this is looking good. Just missing out on playoffs. Salford, effectively bang on. And then I'm not giving myself stinkers for these 2. I'm not, because I only finished 3 places out with both of them. I had Wimbledon finishing in 9th. And they finished 5th. And I had Notts County finishing in 8th, and they finished 6th. So I was marginally outside with that, but Salford I got right. Which means I had Gillingham in playoffs, who finished 17th. That stinks. But I got Chesterfield right. I was 1 place off with Chesterfield as well. Bradford I thought would finish in playoffs, but finished in 3rd. But again, that's not even like a take that everyone would have, really. Bradford, they've finished in playoffs once while they've been in League Two before this season. They've been there for like 6 years and finished in it once. They've been mid-table in League Two for ages. So I'm quite happy with that. Even though we're only... 2 places out, I'm happy. This, though, wow. I might have a separate category for, like, generational stinker. I might have, like, stinkers, generational stinkers, and then, like, big wins. We might have to do that. Carlisle finished 2nd bottom. Despite me thinking they'd finish 4th in playoffs and be 1 place off automatics, they finished 2nd bottom and have been relegated. I've done that with Carlisle and Luton. 2 teams that have done back-to-backs that I thought would bounce straight back up. I was just basing it off them in League One, to be honest. Because they finished last. But at the same time, I thought that they performed quite well against Barnsley on both games. So I was judging it purely off that, which were wrong. And I will take a generational stinker because of it. But then to get automatic promotion, I had Port Vale as my league winners, who finished 2nd. MK Dons, oh, that's a generational stinker again. MK Dons finished 19th. But Donny, another one that finished 3rd. So I got 2 of the automatic promotion spots right, and I was 1 place off with title. I am genuinely very happy with this league. I don't think I'm a million miles off. There's a couple Hall of Fame arse again, but I think in this league I've done probably best out of them all, which is mad because I barely even watch it. You know what I'm going to do? I'm going to disregard the little wins and the little losses, and we're just going to go for effectively bang on and then Hall of Fame stinker and keep a tally to see how good I actually am at this shit. So for League 2 major losses first, Grimsby I were quite far off, so I'll have Grimsby as a loss there. Walsall as a loss. Tranmere as a bit of a loss as well. And oh God, Gillingham. Okay. Carlisle. Oh my God. And MK Dons. So 6 big stinkers in League 2. But for big wins, and for context, I'm not going to give myself a point, even if I'm 1 place out, but the thing that I said don't happen. So for example, Newport I had last and they finished 3rd bottom. But because they didn't actually go down, I'm not giving myself a win. So I'm going to be very strict. But Morecambe is definitely a win. I got that bang on. Accrington Stanley is effectively bang on. That's 1 place out. Harrogate's 1 out. Barrow's 1 out effectively. Fleetwood were bang on. Salford more or less bang on. And then Wimbledon and Notts County again. Very close. Very, very close. But no cigar. So I'm not going to give myself one there. Chesterfield, I'm definitely having that because I were 1 place off. Donny, I had as automatic promotion and I did with Port Vale as well. So my total tally for League 2 is 9 pluses, 9 thumbs up, yay, but 6 stinking L's. So I'm on a 3 goal difference so far on the stinkers. League 1 stinkers, oh my god, there's a lot here. Stevenage, that one's first. Leyton Orient, Reading, Wickham, East Stockport. Oh, I'm gonna give it. I'm gonna do it. Stockport, Bristol Rovers, Wrexham, Peterborough. Oh god, Rotherham, Wigan, Huddersfield, Bolton, Barnsley. 13 genuinely Hall of Fame Arse Bandit predictions. But then there's good ones. Crawley, Cambridge, Shrewsbury. I got all them to come down. Northampton, I got 1 place off. I'm having Mansfield as a win because I had them to stay up and they were effectively on there anyway. But I'm honestly having Burton as a win as well for staying up. Lincoln, I got 1 place out. Blackpool, I'm having as a win. Charlton, I'm not going to give it to myself, even though I really should. And then Birmingham Win It League is another one that I'm obviously going to give myself. I got it bang on. So, 13 stinkers, 9 wins. Going into Championship, here we go. This is the big one. Blackburn, that's first stinker. Derby, I was literally 4 places out. So I'm not having a stinker for that one, respectfully. Sheffield United, possibly one of the worst calls ever. Cardiff, Preston, do I give Preston one? Preston finished 20th. I was like 6 places out with Preston. I'm not going to give that. I'll give myself Bristol City, but I'm not having Preston, respectfully. I'm not having Stoke either. They're effectively in the same place. I'll have Sunderland. We'll take Sunderland. Norwich and Wednesday, I'm not a million miles off, to be honest. Middlesbrough, I'll have Middlesbrough. And to be honest, I'll have West Brom. And I'm definitely going to take Luton. So that gives me 8 L's for Championship. And then was Plymouth. Portsmouth, I'm having it. Oxford, I'm definitely having it. Hull, I'm having it as well. Going to mid-tablers. Oh no. Watford, I'm honestly not far off. I'll give myself Watford. I'm only a couple places out on Watford. Millwall, I'm having as a win. Norwich and... Nah, I'm not giving myself Norwich on Wednesday. Burnley, I can't really give myself a win either because I didn't have them set top 2. Coventry is definitely a win. And Leeds is also a win. So that gives me 8 on that as well. That means my total tally is 27 stinkers for Championship League, League 2, but 26 genuinely very good predictions. So I finish on a -1 goal difference. If you know what, if Coventry go up, then I get 2 points and I win. So how's that? But that's that. I weren't hiding from this. I were gonna do this reaction video to my predictions eventually. I was planning on waiting until season and finish with playoffs and everything, but I just want to get it out now so it's out of the way and I can move on. So realistically, anybody that says my predictions are really, really bad, they're actually not. I only had 1 net stinker. So I think that's quite good going, to be honest. Absolute pleasure, boys. Love you all. Thank you for watching as always. Make sure you like and subscribe if you do enjoy it. It does help me out a lot. And be sure to check out Match Bingo. Link will be at the top of the description. If you deposit a £5, you get 10 for free. So it's just free money for like playoff games. Love you all. Thank you as always, and I'll see you in a bit. Goodbye.
I say I'm a man, yes, I'm a mucker. I think of me saying as a right good looker. I say up that. Show us bit it.